So looking at the other side of this, what is guilt?
So guilt so remember the first place we started with shame was that it starts very early in life. Now, typically, and I love to hear your theory on guilt as well as we get into that, Renee. But guilt starts a little bit later. And the research shows this too. So from a psychodynamic lens, guilt arises from a conflict between internalized values. So that's good. So you're internalizing the values. This is what we call in my field, like the superego, like the sort of part of your brain or your mind that looks over to see if you're meeting certain morals and values and expectations. And there's a conflict, right? And that's why there's guilt. So you have internalized something good, morals and values. And then there's a conflict with one's own wishes, actions, thoughts, or behaviors, right? So you're not being exposed. It's not like your sense of self is so worthless, but it's that you're violating your own internal standard, which is good because now you have an internal standard, you see? Or here's the second definition of it, and we could zoom in on these as we go along. So that's the first one is you're violating some inner standard. And the second one is you're causing harm to somebody that you care about. So guilt says, I did something wrong, and I care about the impact of my action and what it did to you, Renee, let's say in this example, right? Or a man lashes out against his wife and he says things that are intentionally hurtful, let's say, right? But when he steps back and he reflects on it, he says, that I hurt my wife, and this is somebody that I love and I care about them. And this is not a good feeling. So then what I need to do, and he'll have a conflict because I'm so angry at her because of the way she did this, but I love her and she didn't deserve this kind of treatment. So guilt emerges then from seeing that conflict and then wanting to what we could call repair the damage that you've created. So that's sort of a few different ways to look at guilt.